For months, silence stretched across the cosmos. Voyager 1, the most distant human-made object ever sent into the void, drifted alone, an emissary lost in the endless dark. For decades, it had sent back whispers from the edge of our solar system. Breathtaking data, historic discoveries, the story of our cosmic neighborhood. But now, after 45 years of relentless exploration, the signals turned to noise, garbled and unintelligible, a fading heartbeat in the cold abyss. It seemed the journey was finally over. Then, against all odds, something extraordinary happened. The signal came back, clear, coherent, impossible. Scientists stared at their screens in disbelief as streams of data poured in, data that defied everything we thought we knew. Among them, a Nobel Prize-winning physicist issued a warning that sent chills through the scientific world. This changes everything. What Voyager 1 had found wasn't just new. It might be something that shouldn't exist at all. What lies at the edge of interstellar space? What secrets are hidden in the darkness beyond the heliopause, the boundary where our sun's influence fades? And why are some of the greatest minds whispering that this could be the key to unlocking the universe's deepest mystery? This is no ordinary space mission. This could be humanity's first message from the unknown. Subscribe now or risk missing signals from the unknown. Launched in 1977, Voyager 1 was designed to endure just a few years, maybe a decade at most. Built with the technology of a simpler era, powered by computers far less capable than today's digital watches, it was intended as a brief visitor, a snapshot mission to study the giant planets Jupiter and Saturn. Instead, it has survived 4.5 decades in the harshest environment imaginable, hurtling outward through a vast cosmic ocean we barely understand. Voyager's journey was made possible by a rare cosmic alignment, an event so infrequent it happens only once every 176 years. The planets, like dancers in a celestial ballet, lined up perfectly, allowing mission planners to execute a gravitational slingshot known as the Grand Tour. Using the planet's immense gravity, Voyager was catapulted from one world to the next, conserving precious energy while gaining incredible speed. It was a feat of both human ingenuity and cosmic coincidence, a golden moment when the universe seemed to lend us a helping hand. Now, Voyager 1 lies over 14 billion miles from Earth, sailing through a region where no human-made signal had ever reached before. Until now, when it sent one back that scientists cannot explain. After months of silence filled with corrupted, indecipherable signals, something astonishing happened. Voyager 1 began transmitting readable information again. But this time, the data was unlike anything ever seen before. It wasn't just strange, it was impossible. Scientists around the world pored over the numbers, noticing peculiar patterns in the plasma waves and shifts in magnetic fields that defied all known models. There was an unexpected surge in particle density, but it didn't behave like the interstellar environment we had theorized. One physicist captured the bewilderment perfectly, saying, "It's as if Voyager is no longer just outside the solar system. It's beyond something else entirely." Cosmic rays, the very lifeblood of space radiation, were suddenly misaligned. Magnetic field lines twisted in unexpected directions. It was as if Voyager 1 had crossed a boundary into a completely new kind of space, a realm where the familiar laws of physics seemed to unravel. When Voyager crossed the heliopause, the invisible edge where the sun's influence fades and interstellar space begins, scientists expected a relatively empty void. But the reality was much stranger. Instead of quiet emptiness, Voyager detected turbulence, plasma waves roiling and charged particle storms raging with no obvious source. Even more perplexing were gravitational anomalies. The spacecraft itself seemed to drift in ways that could not be explained by nearby stars or collisions with asteroids. There was a subtle, inexplicable motion, as if an unseen force gently tugged at it from a distance. Some researchers began to suspect Voyager had entered a transitional zone, a liminal space caught between the known universe and whatever lies beyond. In this mysterious frontier, the very rules that govern physics may begin to break down or transform into something new and unrecognizable. For years, most scientists remained cautious, carefully studying and debating these findings. But the eerie patterns persisted, and the mystery deepened. Then came a rare and unsettling statement from a Nobel Prize-winning physicist. Voyager 1 was detecting phenomena that could not be reconciled with current models of the cosmos. This was not just an anomaly. It could be evidence of an entirely different domain, a structure of space itself beyond our understanding. He stopped short of calling it another dimension, but the idea spread like wildfire. Could Voyager be skirting the edge of a multiverse, crossing into simulated space? Or perhaps brushing against the boundary of a cosmic architecture so alien it defies imagination? Amid the baffling data, one signal stood out, a rhythmic pulse, a strange beacon coming from a region Voyager recently passed through. It wasn't random noise or interference. This pulse was structured, timed, and repeating. Scientists initially dismissed it as faulty equipment, but the pattern held steady, matching no known stellar phenomena. It wasn't from any known source, like a pulsar or quasar, nor did it resemble any natural radiation. Then the pulse began reacting to Voyager's own transmissions, growing slightly stronger after each data burst, as if something out there was listening and responding. As scientists delved deeper into Voyager 1's transmissions, something extraordinary began to emerge from the chaos. When they visualized the magnetic field variations as a three-dimensional model over time, a pattern revealed itself, no longer random noise or mere interference, but a complex spiral framework, repeated with near-perfect symmetry. This was no ordinary cosmic phenomenon. Some researchers now believe it could be a gravitational lattice, a vast cosmic grid underpinning the fabric of space itself, something far beyond our current understanding. Others dared to go even further, suggesting the spiral shape might be the signature of an artificial structure, something constructed, not born of natural forces, lying far beyond our solar system, or perhaps even outside our universe. This idea, wild as it seemed, had no precedent in astrophysics. Yet Voyager 1 had flown directly through it, sending back data that defied explanation. Meanwhile, Voyager's onboard systems began behaving strangely, not in the predictable way of an aging spacecraft losing power or suffering hardware failures, but in a far more baffling manner. Its internal orientation sensors started reporting conflicting positions simultaneously, as if the spacecraft existed in more than one coordinate space at once, occupying multiple realities simultaneously. This was no glitch. It was as if Voyager was caught between layers of space, slipping through overlapping dimensions. Even stranger, small but measurable variations appeared in the speed of Voyager's transmissions. These tiny shifts suggested the spacecraft might be passing through regions where the very fabric of space-time was warped or distorted. This wasn't mere instrument decay or data corruption. Some scientists quietly propose Voyager 1 may have entered a region of variable dimensional space. A concept once confined to chalkboards and blackboards, theoretical musings of physicists had suddenly become a tangible reality. Voyager, a humble spacecraft launched with 1970s technology and less computing power than a digital watch, had become an explorer of the unknown architecture of the universe itself. What began as a mission to observe the gas giants, designed to drift harmlessly into the void, had transformed into a profound voyage into realms where our laws of physics might no longer hold. And here lies the cosmic irony. Voyager carries with it the golden record, a time capsule, a message from humanity to the cosmos. But what if Voyager isn't just sending messages out? What if it is the first to receive one? A reply from something ancient, something beyond physics, something watching from the edge of reality or even from beyond it, curious. Click this video and dive deeper.